Namaste, my good people. The Caucasus was a lot of fun, but it's time for us to finish this in style. So don your yoga mats and light up an incense, because today we meditate with Devapala. And we start a bit upset, maybe one could say dissatisfied. And how do we fix that? Fighting people of other beliefs. We must make way towards Kamarupa, but the way is a lot more complicated due to their army being bigger and me not knowing how to use the rata. Thankfully they're only protected by palisades, and we conquer the city for Devapala. Fear not, buddy, we are here in peace. Well, not for Utkala. Utkala will be trampled. I just needed an economy strong enough to sustain the elephant horde. At least we have some fun side activities to partake on while that happens, like punishing these guys for having hard names. But first Castle Age, so we can start using these. Holy shit, the Bengali elephant bonus are awesome. I'm gonna make so many of these bad boys. Some spearmen get sent to scout the map for resources or to just straight up bully the shit out of Red. Things are moving fast, and we order a castle to protect our borders. See? I'm like an oracle. We take elephantal damage, but we start replacing the casualties straight away. Crap. Crap. Scary, but manageable, and we take the elephants out for a walk. Oh well, and since we're already here, let's bully Pratihara again. They aren't that strong, and we stick around to level their production buildings. Bye bye Pratihara, thank you for coming. You mean I can have two types of elephants? Well, fuck me sideways, now I'm sold for the Bengalis. The rash pikemen can be scary for our chunky buddies, but not for the Bengalis. They take 25% less damage from anyone. I think. It said 25% there, and I just assumed it counts for that too. The rash are gone, and throw some weird veiled threats towards me. Funny coming from someone defeated. With only Utkala remaining, we start wobbling from both sides towards the city. We rush in through the north, and quickly rush the town center while the eastern flank closes in. As soon as they arrive, the castle becomes the next target, but we're forced to switch to their army, as the armored ones were still on the way and I didn't feel like retraining them all. As the castle falls, Utkala realizes how stupid it is to resist, and throws in the towel. Yeah, you guys did good today. The satisfaction got pacified swiftly, in 45 minutes and 39 seconds. After the triumph in Utkala, desire grew in Devapala's heart, a desire to continue expanding his empire of good friends and Hindu teachings. This is a King of the Hill scenario, and we send scouts straight away to start the party. Does this mean I'm not the center of attention? That's no fun. Just 3 years after we capture the monument, the Pratiharas rip it off my hands. But it's fine, because slow and steady wins the race. Also because it's pretty cool to watch them fight each other. At least both bases start with a decent amount of resources, and our start is just mass-producing villagers to sustain the mass production of elephants that's coming. As it seems, Kanauj wants to rule, and gives us some secondary objectives. But that's only after I train my chunkies. While they slowly become the death machines we need, our enemies beat each other mercilessly. A perfect opportunity to sneak in and build a huge fuck-off castle next to the monument. Pratihara didn't like that, but that means nothing to our intrepid builder, and the castle is under construction. Oh, eat a penis, crossbowman. Just kill him, come on! Are you kidding me? On the last arrow? 300 years missing and Pratihara captures the monument from under me. But we have more elephants and villagers on the way. Fuck you! Let me build my castle! The castle is finally completed, and we order another one for good measure. Alright, now I'm starting to feel a bit more secure around the castle, and the elephants are dealing with the raids a bit better now. A lot better, they're even pushing closer to enemy walls. And with the second castle down, I don't think they can stop us. It's hard to manage this many elephants, but at least they are... Oh shit, they're coming for the castle. Guess who forgot murder holes? The castle miraculously survives, and I build an university to get murder holes. These guys' initiative is mesmerizing. Thanks, fellas. I reactivated the blood and gore mod, and I'm very happy. Everything looks so bloody. It seems like we're well protected against any purple or red push, but that doesn't deter either of them, and they continue sending waves of troops to their deaths. As the 100-year mark passes, the elephants start getting impatient, but we retreat them at the sight of a wall of military buildings. Ah yes, I am very virtuous. A beacon of light blazing out across a black sea of ignorance. I have a feeling the scenario on hard would be a lot of fun, but in general I feel like defense scenarios are the most fun. My thing as a kid was always making big cities and defending against angry AI. Nothing much happens until the end of the countdown, and once it hits 0, the scenario ends very abruptly, in 46 minutes and 56 seconds. Is there even much time to be shaved off here? And welcome back everyone to Wheel of Empires. Today we have Metsamias on the stage, and we'll jump right to it. India is the category, and the letters I call lifeline. What? This is Wheel of Fortune, there's no lifeline. Let me just call my homeboy Ivan. Who's that? You can call someone in the middle of the game. The Sultan of Rum. Just stop talking for... Hey, what's up, Ivan? Awesome. But how do I renunciate?
All you gotta do is make a bunch of light cavalry, and a bunch of monks, send them to in the middle of each of the green bases, and just distract the soldiers. Have about five or six monks, and just convert the Huna Khan, and that's pretty much it.
Sweet. Thanks, buddy. Answer is monk and scouts. Peace. So our lifeline told us to go scouts and monks. I don't know much of monks, but after 34 campaigns, I should probably try. Also fitting to punish monkey-side with more monks. And since the Bengali stable is absolute garbage, it should be quick for us. We are very isolated in a tiny island, but at least that isolates us and funnels the enemy dickheads. The objective is to kill all 3 Hunakans, but the secondary objective is to convert them, and since we are so inspired by the pious words so far, we'll go for that. Look at me even upgrading the monks for some sweet religious steroids. These motherfuckers can bench an elephant themselves. Now imagine the power once I hit Imperial Age. Not from these guys, they'll just be meat shield. The Pratiharas show up again and ask for a truce to fight the others, but our buddies think they're scum and want to impale them instead. It's a tough decision, and I decide to study religion a bit more before making a decision. I wonder what's the maximum damage I can do without losing my spiritual soul. I'm sure defending my own lands is fine, but how far can I torch the lands until I get questioned for unholy methods? But I'm sure no one will complain about forward prayer circles. In the end of the day, we're just talking about God, or Buddha, or whatever the Bengalis believe in. The Hunas are not too keen on hearing about the teachings of the Bengal Tigers, but their Khan was very entertained, and their first camp is converted. A little tip for people playing this scenario: converting the Khans is a lot easier than fighting them. Only takes you a minute and the Khans join you in the prayer circle. But we're not done yet, and move to look for a legendary hermit monk hiding from society in the jungle. We brought a tiger to threaten him, and he agrees to help instantly, and while singing from the bottom of the cliffs like a deranged crackhead, the Khan gets inspired and picks up the pipe himself. Like most religions, our teachings get completely distorted, but at least we're seeing progress. I didn't realize we're on the clock. Molten collected all the relics. Well, no time to waste then. As scary as it is to be running against a relic victory, we run past the city as the final Khan hides in the far west. As the monks crawl to the final camp, we get more empty threats from the Hunas. Let's see them talk shit when I start singing Tunak Tunak Tune from outside their walls. All Huna barbarians converted, and our faith of pious crackhead prayer circles is secured. And we're renunciation in 26 minutes and 40 seconds. Thanks, Evan. Devapala got a bit bored of the religious mumbo-jumbo though, and decided to go back to the classics, destroying enemy castles. Yeah, I'm not too sure about it either. Destroying castles is so overdone. We start with a small but efficient camp, and the Indian Pope wants us to avoid bloodshed, so we'll go for cannon galleons. No blood has ever been shed with cannon galleons. Wait, this campaign was set in the 800s. How on earth did the Bengali get a hold of cannon galleons? Just waiting for the History Channel documentary about how aliens gave the Bengali gunpowder. If only the aliens gave them toilet technology. It's a terrible joke, I'm sorry, especially if you consider the fact that toilet was invented in India. I'm coming for you, buddy. I don't know what you did, but someone's gotta pay. Our alien galleons work wonders, and we start pushing on the second castle. The holy man wants us to kill less than 100 enemies, but I'm not putting too much thought into it, especially considering both objectives are counterintuitive. And the second castle falls. God, we're such good people. Well, if that's what it takes, sure, let's enforce it. The navy continues pushing the Pandyas until we are faced with a big obstacle. The castle is out of range. Luckily the elephants were hot and ready, and the castle is upon us. And with 91 units killed, the final castle falls. I like how killing 99 units is fine, but 100 is too much, crossing the line, straight to Buddha's hell. Now, what am I supposed to do? Apparently we fight among us Shavarma, and destroy his stupid little wonder. Ugh, and of course it's all the way on the other side of the map. That's it. Being nice and avoiding bloodshed got us nowhere. We'll stomp on their necks. We conquer some buildings that wanted no part in being bulldozed, and meet some purple buddies for a sweet river headbutting. We have the upper hand, and swiftly surround the castle we didn't have to conquer. But when in Rome, right? I'm really liking the elephants here, but it might just be because no one is training monks. Oh, don't worry, I'll continue the thrusting. The push continues as the wonder is still under construction, and another castle gets into our sights, just to disappear from it again in a minute. The rope tightens for the Rashtrakutas, and after a little break to refreshen the troops, we conquered a lot of land. Damn. But the wonder is still standing, and we take a side route towards it as a little birdie told me about a hole in the back of their walls. Oi, don't talk shit about my mom. They tried covering the holes with piles of trash, but trash is nothing compared to the elephants. And we rush towards the wonder. With the wonder surrounded, the tusks pierce every wall until we are blessed with a sweet crumbling animation. The Rashtrakutas can't accept the fact of a destroyed wonder and resign, signaling another peaceful victory for Devapala in 38 minutes and 19 seconds. But the road to divinity was not done yet, and Devapala was faced once again against the same dipshit enemies from all the other scenarios, Rashtrakutas and Pratiharas. But this time we'll take the enlightened path, bringing singers of good virtue and their timeless studies, for the road to enlightenment brings many refined obstacles, on top of murdering every single enemy in the map. But that's not as flashy, and I'm like a fish. Shiny things interest me. Or a body, if you know what you're doing. I could explain better what I meant by hiding a body. But I don't want to be part of yet another watch list. We research architecture, so we can build better houses of worship. Holy shit, the Bengali monastery is strong. Only heresy missing. And no, I don't know what half of the texts do. Only siege engineers left of the text, so we can reign the teachings of the gods from a longer distance. This city will look much better with a nice temple in the middle, where we'll start our first international artifact recovery process. Nice and easy picking up this relic that I totally found out by accident, which give us elephant steroids. What a success! Out west our monks sing to the enemies while waiting with open arms for them to convert. They didn't like that one bit and murdered every single one of my peacemeisters. New plan, scratch piety, it's elephant time again. Let's be honest, did anyone actually think I would go through with just monks? Haha. It's not to say I won't train monks, because they're awesome against ships, just not leading the pack. BuzzFeed will write a clickbait article about this moment in history. We went from peaceful, enlightened and holy, to leaving an absolute trail of death and destruction. I regret nothing, and I haven't even started yet. But I probably shouldn't fight that castle yet, and we decide to go to Pratihara first. There are no castles, but they hide behind their flimsy gates. Honestly, this triple rivalry between Devapala, Pratihara and Rashtrakutas has been quite fun, but only because they're weaker than me, and I have steamrolling power. Now I think I should just commit villager side as fast as possible so they don't rebuild. I'm also building the wonder, because the path to Nirvana doesn't stop for me to commit atrocities. I take my eyes off the army for a second, and they're decimated. Thanks, guys. Luckily, the new batch of elephants is ready to roll. I found these bad boys in a used elephant dealership, and the salesman was super useful. He knocked off 18 of them for free in a religious tax break. We take them for a spin on top of Pratihara bodies, and even amidst an all-out war you can still find people with kindness in their hearts enough to hold the door for us. The assault is messy and chaotic, but nothing that can stop their castle from crumbling. Or their docks. Or honestly everything else, there wasn't much standing there anyways. And they throw in the towel. Let's slap purple a bit to see if they take the hint and quit as well. Their castle is not very well protected, and falls easily. Here's why I'm not too upset about beating them. So self-righteous. Like, so far you have always dealt the first blow. Piety level 69, rank Kama Sutra. But now that neither are a threat, I should go and try to truly become enlightened. There's an achievement for reaching 100 piety, and I won it. I love achievements in games. I don't know why, but it's so satisfying to fully complete a game, besides completing the game. We reach max piety, and an aura surrounds us with cosmic energy, making all our soldiers eat less. Who would have thought the Indians learned so much from Africa? Down south, everything is chaos and madness, purple annoying the shit out of me with ships, while the elephants stomp anything that moves. I bring some fire ships to help out, and we push further and further into the city in a brutal and bloody meat grinder. Even bringing the monks to help with the ships while the castle gets pounded. Ah yes, I am virtual peaceful man. Would never harm a fly, how good I am. But purple still refuses to quit, so we must find the remaining minds and bodies to splatter them in the grass. Hey guys, can you stop with all this bullshit? And for once they listen. So to get your respect I had to level your whole city and murder all your citizens. Maybe Genghis Khan was right. Enlightenment completed in the most fitting way possible, by blood, in 1 hour, 7 minutes and 43 seconds. Total runtime, 3 hours, 45 minutes and 17 seconds. This was a much more fun campaign than I thought it would be. Despite the enemy being always the same, the piety theme was a lot of fun and there was a lot of cool and unique mechanics. Playing with monks and elephants was also a lot of fun. Although the problem I have with Asian campaigns remained. It's hard to write a script about a region of the planet I know nothing about. The release date of videos will not be as regular as it has been for the past 6 months. I rewatched some of the latest videos recently and decided to stop thinking about deadlines and start just trying to make them better. I also got a new job, so who knows how long it'll take for me to adjust. The partial time now stands at 162 hours, 41 minutes and 23 seconds, and we're not gonna go very far after this one. I've heard there's some kerfuffles coming up around Jerusalem. Maybe Saladin can help out.